day to you all. My name is AMOS OCHE EBIEGA. I am 12 years old. I want to wish everybody happy Children's Day. And it is because we are significant that this day has been set aside to celebrate us children. But before then, let me tell you a story. One morning, a family of 5 gathered together for their usual morning prayer and Bible reading. See, Daddy could read, Mommy could read, Teresa, the elder sister, could read, Moses could read, but Amos could not read. By the way of introduction, you just met my family. That morning, Amos cried, and when he was asked why he was crying, he said he wanted to read like every other person. The other members of the family laughed, but my mom, my sweet mom, Mommy, can we see you please? Thank you. She consoled Amos and she assured him that he was going to read in a short while. That day, she went out and bought a book titled Queen Primer Stage 1. She brought the book home and taught Amos how to read at the age of 4. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is AMOS OCHE EBIEGA, the last child of Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel EBIEGA. I started reading at the age of 4, started writing storybooks at the age of 9. I became a motivational speaker at the age of 11, and a giant among giants, that is everyone seated or standing here today, at the age of 12. Good afternoon. I am here today to speak on precepts, purpose, and power. What they are and what is their significance to existence. We may find their meanings in their definitions and see how to apply them to our way of life. Now, precepts. Precept is a rule about how to behave or what to think. Purpose is your ability, my ability to plan something and work successfully towards achieving it. Power. The definition of power is as strong as the word itself. Power could mean control over something or somebody. It could be ability or authority to do something. It could also be influence in a particular area of activity or energy contained in something. I titled this talk, Having Everything in the Midst of Nothing. Having everything in the midst of nothing. You see, man has no excuse to fail, no reason to fail in life. And when I say man, I mean both sex, please, male and female. Creation came out of void, emptiness. According to the Bible story in Genesis chapter 1 verse 2, and I quote, it says, the earth was without form and void. Void, emptiness, yet creation came out of it. You and I came out of void. The question to ask is, to do what? Who can tell me what we were created for? Okay. We were created to serve a purpose. I also want to thank Auntie Uju for giving me this great platform. But then, what purpose and what is purpose? You see, in this context, purpose could mean your vision, your mission, or your reason for doing what you do. Action or inaction, depending on the individual, the scenario, or the concept. For you to be able to run with your vision, it is only right that you play by the rules, which is where precept comes in. But then what is precept? Precept is a rule about how to behave or what to think. A man is a product of his thoughts. According to Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7, and I quote, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Small thinking gives birth to small living. Big thinking gives birth to big plans. This young man you see here today has giant thoughts, so I dream big. But dreaming big without a corresponding ability, which is your power to achieve, will only end on your pillow in your bed, on your bed space in your room when the world is waiting for you to manifest. You see, there is a big difference between thinkers and dreamers. Dreams has many definitions, but this one is relevant to my talk. To waste time just thinking about things you would like to do without actually doing anything, or to experience a series of images, events, and feelings in your mind while you are asleep. Joel chapter 2 verse 28 says, and I quote, "Old men dream dreams, young men see visions." Why? One, the men have grown old and they sleep most of the time, even at a sitting position. And of course, you must sleep to dream. They are so fragile that they cannot run with anything, talk more of their dreams. The result is that the dreams stay with them and die with them. But then it says, young men see visions. You and I are expected to see and then run with the vision to the place of accomplishment because we are strong and able. The question is, why do some people fail and others succeed? One, some have positive mindset, others don't. Some dream but forget their dreams. Others are waiting for help where there is no help. Some are just lazy and procrastinating. Some don't even believe in themselves. The "yes I can" spirit that made a black Obama rule a white America is not in them. Some are afraid to take a risk, but the risk of not taking a risk is worse than taking a risk. Let's pause a little to talk about thinkers. You see, each time I see my mom suddenly goes quiet in the midst of a conversation, I recognize one thing: she is thinking. And when I say, "Mommy is thinking again," she will reply with a smile on her face, "You must think to live, son." You see, thinkers take a vision and plan on how to turn it into reality. They project the realities on ground and plan on how to get them implemented. Take, for example, the inventor of computer. Computer started with a vision. The inventor took stock of the realities on ground and the inadequacy of computer virus. He then designed a software that can be used on different devices like iPads, iTunes, laptops, and phones of varying degree. It brought together the phone world. Alexander Graham Bell and Elisha Gray envisaged how to capture the world from their own world. Today, we are beneficiaries of some people's thoughts. What of the ATM, the automated teller machine, that makes it easy for us to gain access to our money, even on holidays? They were invented between 1967 to 1968 by John Shepard Barron and Donald Wetzel. Thinkers are inventors who produce products to meet needs. The question is, are these needs being met? Yes, they are being met. The name you call yourself is what people will call you. The name you bear is the name you will answer to. My name is AMOS OCHE. OCHE means kings, and kings are rulers. You see, I love something about Global.com advert. It says, rule your world. The environment you are is your world. Academic world, business world, professional world. Your world is the center of your activities. I don't know why you are here today, but I don't expect you to live here without adding to the knowledge you already have and to go out there to improve on what you already know. Knowledge is power and power is knowledge. Man is created to dominate, not to oppress. Dominate, control, influence situations and circumstances around us positively. Unfortunately, I say, unfortunately, what we are created to control have turned around to control us. Instead of love, we hate. Instead of peace, we war. Instead of victory, we become victims. Where we should conquer, we are being conquered. Knowledge is meant for productivity, and how can we produce? Very simple, something from nothing. Even the earth has to be cleared to encounter the surface for cultivation and planting. Then comes the harvest. It is from one tiny seedling of maize that we get an ear or ears of corn. You see, I kept thinking about what my age group were doing and how I could also do something to impact my generation. Then the inspiration came that I could write stories from what I see, my immediate environment, my interaction with friends, schoolmates, and so I sat down and put my thoughts into paper. Today, I have 6 stories in 3 books, and I am still writing. Let me talk about my personal challenges. The question is, can I have challenges at this age? Yes, I have, and maybe there's a Nigerian seated here today who can give me the answers to this question. I have written stories that touch on the lives of men, women, and children, believing that my books will be read in schools all over Nigeria and beyond the shores of Nigeria. But The books are lying in bookshops. Others are in my mother's car boot. And then I dream that my generation will open up to reading because readers are leaders. But instead, we are on animations, social media, movies, and surfing the net. The relevant bodies that are supposed to help me in carrying out this vision are not encouraging me at all. You see, I've had challenges in forms like fatal car accidents, rejection, and armed robbery attack. But the question is, are these challenges enough to stop me? One day, just one day, my voice will be heard in my vision beyond the shores of this country. But after listening to AMOS OCHE EBIEGA, what is registered in your thoughts? In other words, what is your thought saying? Thank you.